Hey yo, what's up YouTubers? My name is the Tech Manny and I'm so excited to tell you something. Alright, here's my story. Yesterday, we went somewhere and I forgot where it was. And my two sisters was getting shoes for school. Then, me and my dad decided to go into GameStop. Of course, we are, game freaks and all that. Because I love games, he loves games. And I started looking for the game I wanted to. And I found Uncharted 2, because I played every single series, except the 2. Among the Thieves, that's what I think it was. And, I got that, but I got it in my hand, and then I asked, do you have this something game? He said yes. I wanted to get the game of the year, but I couldn't because it was $19 plus tax, so it was probably $21, $22. And I don't have that money. And I got the original one, and the game is... It's this. I'm not going to sing anything because, it's pretty annoying. I'm just going to do... Yeah. My buddy, Batman. Yep. Batman. I know I have a deep voice, so... I have a deep voice. I know I'm changing the subject. I have a deep voice because I'm in an honor choir. I'm a baritone bass. I know I don't sound like it, but I do have a baritone bass voice. So I got this game, Batman Arkham City, and this is a game I played for 15 minutes, a trial, and I kept replaying it because it was so addicting. And I got it. I was excited to open it and play it, and you needed a Catwoman code to unlock her for games. And I couldn't because I didn't get the card I think I required for. And, as I said, I couldn't get the card. And I started playing it, alright? It was fine, it was running perfectly, and the CD was fresh out of the box. And then, I started playing it, and when I got to the girl with blonde hair and she was the news reporter, it froze. Alright, so she was talking and doing this, and she did. I know she didn't do that, but I was explaining to you, it froze. So I'm like, okay, it might be some dust or a smear on it. So I shut it off. I turned it back on because I don't want to take a chance with the game in and press the eject button and it ruins it. So I turn it off, turn it back on. And there was a smear on it, so I cleaned that off. I put it back in, and it was supposed to be like that. It was showing, but no, it didn't, sadly. And I read up, and my mom, my dad, and I read up on it, and I said, when I first listened to it, because I put my ear to it, to the Blu-ray drive, it wasn't spinning. It only did click, click, click when it was going into... it was going into the drive to play. It clicked about 3 times and it didn't spin. And I realized that because I put my ear up to it before when it was spinning, and I know the sound. And my dad opened it up. He opened the drive, and he found out, and I was crushed by it because it might take a while to find. It was the laser. It was the laser not reading it. So I decided, and my dad decided, I don't even play that PS3 all single day, like every single day, every time of the week, because I have school and I have homework, and I don't play it because I like it to rest. If I play it for a certain amount of hours, I play it. My recommended playing because I do it. I play it for 1 to 2 hours, and I don't play it until like 2 days or 3, 4 days later, or even a week. And I was very disappointed about it. And that's my story about yesterday. And 2 days ago, I figured out what this problem. It's a Kodak Easy Share C180. And Kodak, I can't believe I'm saying this to you guys. If you have Kodak cameras, this specific Kodak camera, only this, they screwed up the firmware. I think you don't know what that is. And I believe the firmware is the operating system or a system that runs something. I truly forgot. That's my guess. And I'm like, okay, there's batteries in it, and I thought it can be fixed with brand new batteries. So I put brand new batteries in, and I pressed the power button and it didn't work. So Kodak screwed up this camera. Now, this camera is a completely different story. It's pretty funny. Alright. This is a Sony Cybershot camera. Alright? And I love this camera. So I used to play around with it and all that. And we were at downtown, and then we were walking down the sidewalk, and then my mom had it, and there was a big huge sign saying, "Watch your step." There was a big huge sign there, "Watch your step." I think it was on both sides. And my mom, I think she wasn't paying attention, and she almost fell. My heart dropped because I didn't really care about this camera. I cared about her, so my heart dropped. And I saw Mom, then I saw the camera. I'm like, oh great. And it turned, and the camera lens just went back in, and it did not turn on. My dad figured out how to turn it on, and he retrieved the photos. Now, after that, after a couple of months, or actually even 2 years, I had this in my room. And I decided to open it up. So I think there's 2 or 3 many problems with this. First one I immediately found was, I think right here, just right there, I think it's the power supply to open this lens, and I think it was a black wire that came right off, because I just pulled out the black. I pulled out the white, because you're supposed to hold it. I pulled it out, and I let it hang, and boom, it was the wire was just hanging by a thread, and I pulled it off because what's the reason? And I think I can fix that. Now I do not know what other problems is within this thing, because this is very difficult. I got up to the lens, and I think you can see. Let me clean it. As you can see, I think this is some kind of lubricant oil. If you can see, there's oil here. Alright? There's oil. So I thought, okay, that might be a certain kind of problem because it might not lubricate. So I just realized there can't be no oil because it's hydraulics. And it might be oil. You never know. I got up to this some kind of board, very thin board. I could not take that board apart. And I tugged and pulled, but I did not want to take a chance of breaking it. So I just put it all back together, and I found just one problem, but I don't know what other problems with this camera is. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, as I said, tomorrow's project video, I was going to open a old Windows 97 gateway, and I couldn't because there's a front panel here, and I could not take it apart because I'm afraid I can break it and break a plastic piece and it won't pop back in. So I decided not to do that. I apologize for it, and I think you guys wanted to see it, but I'm sorry I couldn't do it. And I know I treat my electronics like babies, you know, because you never know they can wear. I have this computer on right now that is running slow, and I think that computer is like 3 or 4 years old. And Acer screwed up because they didn't send a recovery CD, and I think I have registry problems. So that's another problem. I'm going to get to that later, like not today. And that's my story. I'm sorry, and I'm very sincerely apologize for not doing that computer thing. I just don't want to break it. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about all the disappointments. Please subscribe. I'm not gonna do that. Alright? I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Alright. I want you guys to subscribe. I'm not gonna force you. You can subscribe or not. I would love subscribers, but I only have 6 views and 0 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe or not subscribe, that's fine with me. So this is something new. I want you to comment what you want for me to do. Like something with magic tricks, electronics, PS3 tips, gaming, and gaming advice. Whatever you want. And yeah. I want you guys to subscribe, whatever you want. I don't know. I just want subscribers, and I want you to comment, whatever you want me to do. Alright, guys? So, there you go. That's my channel video. This is, Matt Manny signing off. See ya next time on Batman.